Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander, National Sales Manager for Bona Adhesives.
And I'm Rob Johnson from Bona Training.
How we doing, Rob?
Oh, I'm doing good, buddy. How are you today?
Good. I'm doing real good. We have a special guest with us today. We are going to talk with Josh Hansman right now. And Josh, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background real quick?
All right. Well, my name's Josh Hansman. I've been doing floors for around 18 years. Started off working for a company for about 7 years, and then I went on my own for about 5 years, and then I decided, hey, I like working for somebody else more, so I went back to work for another company. I've been with them for 7 years now, and it's been quite a ride up and down, but I like where I'm at now. It's good. The company I'm with is Cincinnati Floor and Window Coverings. We are out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Nice.
Good job. Appreciate it, man. Well, listen, one of the reasons why we want to have you on is we're going to talk today about TikTok as a social media platform. And, American artist and producer and film producer Andy Warhol once said, everybody's going to be famous for 15 minutes. And I think if you knew that TikTok was going to be around, you may have said, for maybe less than 15 minutes, but everybody's going to be famous for sure, man. It's crazy.
Now everybody's going to be famous. Everybody.
Yes. TikTok has got a massive audience. It actually surpassed YouTube now, I think, for video watching. And so what I thought is like, I know you're not like heavy into TikTok. You do quite a bit of stuff on it, but I just kind of want to maybe talk to you about it and what you get out of it and how you use it. And you can't ignore it anymore. I mean, I think you're now seeing GM and Dodge and big large manufacturers get on board with this. And so just kind of maybe want to get your feedback and talk to you a little bit about it.
For me, I tried to avoid TikTok as long as I could because my kids and my wife were always watching it, and I thought it was just silly. I'm like, that's not for me. And then my brother Ross, he's on there. Ross the Boss. He does fix up homes. So like he helps do resell houses, and he did one where he pulled some baby raccoons out of a wall. In his video, he did a video on that, and it blew up. And then just my competitive nature, I'm like, dude, if you did it, then I should be able to do it.
I can pull a bear out of a wall.
Right. I mean, you know what it's like with your brothers. If somebody does something, you got to try to one up them.
Yep.
So I started posting a lot, and then I just fell in love with it. And one of the great things that I love about this trade is the process. But before and after is cool. Everybody gets to see that, but it's the process for me that I like seeing. And through TikTok, I can actually do videos of the process and share it with people. And I get some good responses and some bad, but it's fun for me to do.
Yeah. And, I hear you have to have a thick skin when you're doing these, because some of the responses are ridiculous because they're people that don't have any knowledge in the trade. So you're going to have to fight through a little bit of that, right? Some of them are comical. Some of their lack of knowledge actually is funny when they comment and they don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think that there are enough people also that are learning from TikTok, and they just aren't as loud. They're the quiet ones. So as long as you think you're still helping some people, then you just kind of go with it and, be thick skinned.
I never read any of that. Okay. I never read those comments. And I was doing a school at a distributor, and he kind of took a video of me applying Nordic Seal. And all of a sudden, Nordic Seal took off. So there was tons of people. I think it had 50 or 60,000 hits. And I never realized it, really didn't know about it. And my son's into Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and everything. And he comes over one day and he's like, man, your thing is, you got 50,000 hits on this thing. I'm like, really? So he brings it up and he starts reading the comments. And I was like, this is exactly what, there were some nice ones, but wow, there are some haters out there. But I think my favorite one was, I don't remember the exact words, but he goes, this guy is every little league coach in every small town that I've ever seen. The way he talks, his mannerisms, the way he's walking around, he goes, oh my, I can't listen to this guy for another second. So that's when I asked my son, I go, all right, you can really stop reading this stuff to me. This is just hurting my feelings now. And now I know why I don't read the comments on this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Josh.
It gets bad sometimes, but I follow a few people that kind of feed off that bad stuff and they kind of fight back. And I think that just makes it worse. So you just take it and ignore it.
I just kind of laughed it off, right? And that's when I said, all right, thanks for showing me this. Now I know I really don't have to read the comments that people are leaving behind.
Josh, one thing that I do like about your videos, and do you want to give what I was going to say your handle or what your page is to everybody?
At 50 Grit. That's the 50 50.
Yeah, 50 Grit. Yep.
The first boss, the first guy I ever worked for, he always referred to himself as 50 Grit. So I kind of continue that just to remember, where I come from and stuff.
Nice.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite grit paper. That's my starting paper, man. That's it.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's mine too.
At 50 Grit, baby.
So what I like about your videos is the process. I mean, you go into detail. I see a lot of your videos and you're explaining really in close-up detail of exactly what you're doing. And I think, man, for a teaching aspect, it's incredible. I mean, you're going way into detail where a lot of people will just go they'll super fast forward the process and they'll show the end results. But the process is that's where the details are, man. And you've done a lot of really super good ones where you really show in detail how you're doing certain things. And I mean, what an education, man. So part of the reason you're doing is you're educating people out there, right? Guys coming up in the trade or gals coming up in the trade is a great way to learn. So that's got to be part of your. I mean, I know you're competitive and what have you, but you are definitely teaching a lot of people by doing these videos.
Yeah, and I got evidence of that because I have a few people that once they see my video, they I guess look up my profile, see my name, find me on Facebook, and then they'll message me and want to give me a call to ask me some questions. So I've actually have talked to people that I met through TikTok that had questions referring to something I've done in my video or something, and just it's been fun, like meeting more people through TikTok. I didn't think that would happen.
I think that adds a whole new dimension to your job. Where for forever in our jobs, we live in our little corner of the world, whatever corner you're in, and you do your thing in your little world, whatever, and then you never see what else is going on anywhere else. Now you're communicating with people not only just all across America, but it could be all across the globe, watching the stuff you do. So I think that actually makes your job more interesting to me.
So one of the cool things is when you actually see that it's across the world. One of my videos, it did good for a little while and then it died. And then it came back up and there was 5 comments in a row, people talking about skirting. And it's this is a floor. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, oh, that's what we call baseboards in Australia. And I was like, oh, cool. It's it's floating around down there now. Wow. And it was just neat to think that I did something that just got everywhere. So it's pretty cool.
No, I love it, man. I think it's fantastic. So like you said, you work for Cincinnati Window and Floors. And so does your company get anything out of this? Okay. I mean, is there anything that will come back to you beneficially for a company? Or if you're talking to somebody that owns a company, would there be benefit in this for them?
Not for me personally yet. I haven't had anything from TikTok. I think we've gotten a few jobs from Facebook more because it's more local. And I think Instagram can kind of get you some jobs too, but I've had a couple people reach out to me wanting to know what area I live in on TikTok. So with TikTok being so wide out there, it's universal. I think I've had 2 or 3 people wanting to know where I'm at. And all I did is I found out where they were by their zip code, went to NWFA, looked up certified pro in their area, and then contacted that person and say, hey, can I refer you to this person? And then try to pass on the work that way. I don't know if they got work or not. I did that part and I left it. So, I figure I can try to help somebody else out even through it if I'm not getting anything. So,
yeah. Rob was trying to get in touch with a lot of people like that through their zip code too, but he had to be reprimanded at Bona. So we took that away from him. So look, I'm going to read. I Googled this, what it does for businesses, and I'm just going to read you what this article says. Okay.
Yeah.
The 5 reasons for using TikTok. Number 1, TikTok's audience is massive and still growing. We talked about that, how it's really surpassed YouTube. Number 2, engagement on the app is super high, making it easy to drive consumer advocacy, okay, for your products. Number 3, going viral is a real possibility. You can reach from 0 to a million people overnight. And that's incredible to even think about. There's room to be authentic, funny, and even off-brand for your company. And number 5, social media is about discovery, which helps you get seen. So I think, for a business, like obviously we know Instagram's helped companies, right? We know Facebook has kind of helped companies, and it kind of started at Facebook and moved to Instagram. And I don't know where this is going to line up. You know what I mean? Is this the next evolution in social media where people should invest in? But you're seeing, like I said, Dodge and Chevy and all kind of major manufacturers getting involved in this. So I think it's something that, Rob and I have never been on the forefront of anything. We don't ever claim to be. Maybe this is where it's the next step in social media is going to go. I'm just trying to figure out what companies will get out of this. You can make money on TikTok, right? With so many followers.
You can eventually. Yeah. I mean, I make a little bit, but it's not much.
Okay.
My best day was $28. My worst day is 2 cents. So
no kidding.
And there's a lot more 2 cents days than $28 days.
How'd you get $28? How did that work out?
So you get paid by the view from what, I don't really know exactly, but I think you get paid by the view, and it comes out just by me doing the math, looking at analytics, it comes out to about 4 cents per 1,000 views. So I had one good day where I had 700,000 views, and that came out to $28 for that day.
Wow. How long have you been on TikTok?
Just this year. I got on like in November last year, like the last couple days of November.
So it hasn't even been a year yet.
It hasn't been a year yet. No.
Wow. What gave you the 700,000 hits? What video was that?
I don't know. It was that video. I think right now it's stopped at 2.6 million. But I think it's other videos too thrown in with that one that were getting hits that day. But that video, I don't know how TikTok works as far as getting it. So that's where it would be hard to actually sell stuff through TikTok, because for me, it's luck. I can have one video hit 1 million and the next video hits 1,000. So it's just completely random, but I do see more and more floor guys on TikTok every single day. And I try to follow them all. I try to, comment on them and like their videos. Just, I want to see everybody be successful. So if I can help them out somehow by hitting the like button, then I'll do that much.
Well,
Wayne, are you on TikTok, Wayne?
I am, but I really don't do. I don't do a whole lot with it at all. I mean, I've never posted any videos on it, but I will watch some flooring stuff once in a while. Angus Hardwood Flooring.
Yeah.
I mentioned them because I saw a video of them, and they had the lady had a on the floor podcast on her that she was wearing when she was working. So,
I've seen her wearing that shirt 2 times on 2 different videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how can we not give a shout out to Angus Hardwood Flooring? Thank you for that.
Nice.
Also, Pure Hardwood Floors. It's pretty cool. They do a lot of old school 5/16 flooring, and back in the San Francisco Bay Area, pretty cool what they do. And I'm a fan of that kind of work. So I do follow them. Obviously, I follow you. But there's guys out there, hardwood floors guys out there. They got a lot of followers, man. Was it Patrick Derry?
Patrick Russell's got a bunch. I know
Patrick
that one.
Russell. Yeah, he's got a bunch of followers.
Yeah, there's a few out there that's over 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm floating at 38,000. So
that's a lot of followers, man. I mean, if you think about 38,000 people, I mean, that's a Coliseum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. So
that's a pro football game.
Yeah.
Competitive nature. It's competitive nature though. They got more. I want more, you know?
Yeah.
So
Wayne, what's your handle?
I don't even know what it is. I think it's Wayne Man 5.
Yeah, sounds right.
Wayne Man 5.
Yeah, Wayne Man 5, I think it is. Don't ask me why. Yeah.
Wayne Man 5.
I got so many damn passwords, man, and different things. I mean, I'd love to start all over again. So I don't know. I think it's interesting to see where this is going to go, and how it will help companies in the future, if it will at all. But I do know one thing: it does make it for in the very least, it's another great way of sharing information. And I think you are, you're building up an audience, man, because you put it out there more so than most anybody. A lot of guys show the end results. A lot of guys they'll fast forward through the process. But what I like about what you do is that you share and you slow it down and you go through the process very, very methodically. And that's why I would be of interest in following you. And I've said this before about your work. You did a spectacular floor one time. I mean, you did many of them, but the one in particular was with the entryway that had the family tree, and it was a lights out floor. I mean, it was a 10 on a 10 scale, and don't say it wasn't, because it was. So, but even that floor, you took the camera and walked around that floor and picked out any flaw that you saw. I mean, who does that? You know what I mean? I mean, not many people will be that critical of themselves and that honest and straightforward. We all have our pride and, in our craftsmanship and everything, but you hold nothing back. And that's why I think you're kind of unique, Josh. I don't think a lot of people do that, myself included. To be honest with you, I would, if I saw something I didn't like, I can skirt by that real quick, and the video will never see it. But you're very straightforward about that.
You do it to yourself, though. You'll walk through your own floor and find flaws, and then you'll try to figure out how to not make that happen next time.
He's just not going to tell anybody. That's
right.
That's the difference.
He's going to keep it all to himself.
I'll see the flaws and it'll drive me out of my mind. No question about it. But to actually, bring the camera and zoom in on, this is what I would have done differently or whatever, or this what I didn't like. Not many people will do that. So I think that you're super honest about that. And I think that's admirable. And that is, when we talk about sharing the information on the trade and everything, I think the line starts behind you in a lot of ways. I think you're very good at that. And I think you'd be a hell of an instructor. And I think that whoever, you said you're training a couple new guys now?
Yeah.
I hope they know how lucky they are to get a guy that shares his information like you do, man. So honest to God, you do a really cool job of that. And you should make them listen to this podcast. And
so they know how lucky they are.
No,
just because we need a couple more followers.
Yeah.
We've been listening to the podcast past couple of days driving around. So the one guy's really gets into it, and he likes listening to you guys too. So it's been fun.
The other guy could give a care, right? The other guy's popping in his earbuds and listening to something else.
I'm working with one guy more than the other one right now, but if I get him alone in the van, we're probably listening to a podcast. So
there you go. What's are you doing anything else on any other social media now? I'll be honest with you, I've kind of gone off of Instagram.
Yep.
I don't know why.
So if I come across a job like with Instagram, it's just a picture. So if I can get a cool picture of a job site that's just one cool picture or a couple cool pictures, I'll throw that on Instagram. But I'm having more fun making videos right now.
Yeah.
So for my TikTok, I just got a free app. It's called Video Shop, where you can edit videos on your phone. So that way I can take a 15-minute process of doing a board repair, and then I can skip out all the boring parts or messed up parts and edit it out down. And I try to keep it under a minute, because I know people have no attention span anymore. So,
well, you brought something else that I was just talking about the other day to somebody, is that when I first started looking at the TikTok videos, I think it was like 1 minute tops. I don't know what it was, but that's all it was. And then I think they changed it where it was like up to 3 minutes. I noticed that their videos are longer now. And for the most part, I don't even have the attention span for those 3 minute videdos. Like if you don't grab my attention real quick, I'm on to the next thing. I don't have time. There's too many options. So I think there's a lesson there. Unless you're putting out some really good content where, okay, if it's a floor guy and he's doing something intricate, I'm in because it's something that interests me. But it's hard to grab someone's attention anymore for any length of time. So you got to get right to the point on the videos.
Yeah.
So now everybody's getting off of Instagram and they're going to TikTok. Is that what you're saying? I just started Instagram a couple of months ago, and now everybody's leaving.
Over.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case.
It's just like Vine. I was one of the last people to get on Vine. Next thing you know, it's dead, gone. Well, I was having fun on Vine, so maybe I'll jump on TikTok and kill that now too.
Well, don't feel bad. I'm pretty sure I'm the last person that bought a VCR that actually had a wire connected to it, and insisted on an 8-track tape when because I knew they weren't going to go away.
That's right. Yeah, don't waste your money on cassettes. You'll never replace the 8-track.
It's a fad.
Ever. Yeah.
So
Josh has no idea what we're talking about right now.
No, I know I'm there. I know what you're talking about. I've seen them before in museums.
So, Josh, you must be. I know at some point it's got to cross your mind a floor of the year down the road in the future. Is there anything that's on your mind right now, or anything that come down the pike that you're thinking about? Or I know the wheels are always
an idea that maybe Wayne could steal so he can get it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple ideas that I've actually sat down and drew out on paper, but nothing in the works yet. I have one room in my house that still needs hardwood, but not this year. It'd probably be next couple years maybe.
That's always a dangerous place to be, that one room left in the house, because that puts a fair amount of pressure on you that, all right, man, I got one shot here, one area that I can do something on. So very cool.
Yeah. So,
well, Josh, listen, I appreciate it, man. I love having you on. And if you have time down the road, there's some other things I'd like to have you on and kind of go over. I think this is going to be interesting to see where it goes. And maybe in a year from now, we can check back in and see where TikTok is and if people are taking advantage of it more. But like so many people, hardwood floor guys and gals are now on Instagram, like a ton of them. I think it's relatively new with TikTok, and you don't see as many yet. So it'd be interesting to see what comes down the pike and what comes out of this.
All right. I got an experiment I want to try through this podcast.
Okay.
Just to see how many people not only listen to it, but actually hear what's going on and make it all the way to the end. So if anybody listening to this podcast is on TikTok, find me at 50 Grit. And then on any one of my videos, comment just on the floor. Write down on the floor as your comment. If you do that, I will follow you guys back. I'll go to your profile page. I'll go through a bunch of your videos and like them. I'll leave you some comments just to get you some interaction. I'm just kind of curious to see how many on the floor comments I can get from this podcast. But in return, I'll pay it back.
This could be great or really sad.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that.
Here's what we'll do, Josh. Anybody that does that, while I have some left, we'll send you a t-shirt. All right. If you email me at wayne.highlander@bona.com, and I don't know, I don't know how many shirts I got left, but I'll do it until I've got the very last shirt. Send me your shirt size. And so it's WAYNE.HIGHLANDER at Bona.com. And then let us know that you did it, and I'll send you a shirt. Just tell me what your shirt size is. How about that?
We'll see what happens.
See where it goes. All right. Hey, Josh, thanks again, man. I really appreciate it and making the time, and keep it up. I do enjoy your videos. Every time I know that you've done one, I come on and check it out because, like I said, you go into detail and you do a damn good job with them. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, brother. Talk to you down the road, Josh, and thanks again.
All right. Thanks, Wayne.
Josh.
See you,
Have a good
Rob.
one.
All right, Rob. Well, you know what? We got a take from Josh Hansman down there in northern Kentucky. Let's travel down a little farther down south and talk to Aaron Sheaves of Sheaves Flooring and get his take on it. Okay, back on the floor with Wayne and Rob. We have Aaron Sheaves with us, continuing the conversation about TikTok. Aaron Sheaves of Sheaves Flooring down in Virginia. Aaron, you want to just briefly tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a second generation floor sand and refinisher. Took a business over from my dad when he went to work for Bona and a sales rep for them. And that's really about it. I'm not that special.
That was a hell of an introduction, man. You got a gift. You got a gift, my friend. How you feeling? Heard you had a little COVID.
It was about a 24-hour thing for me. It wasn't too bad. So.
Oh, good. That's good.
Nice.
Could have been a lot worse, I guess. So sorry, I need to work on my radio voice so I can be like Rob Johnson.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
That olive oil voice, man.
Yeah,
people love that voice.
I wish I could do that. I wish I had that voice so soothing.
Well, wait a minute now. I heard you got a good country music voice. Don't you sing?
Many years ago. It's been a long time.
You don't have a little Merle Haggard in you there somewhere?
No, I'd have to go get the guitar and everything. We're not going to do that this evening.
All right. Let's late on a Friday night. We're doing this. Why don't you pour yourself a bourbon and maybe we can do that.
I don't know. We'll see where this goes. We might.
All right.
Up all night with On the Floor.
All right. So we're talking about TikTok, and one of the questions comes up, I get TikTok that's being used out there, but what about for small businesses? Is there a place for those without a massive following on TikTok? And a lot of people say, yeah, absolutely. And here's the reason why. The way people consume social media today is changing, right? I mean, we used to log on to share updates and interact with friends. But today we're devoting far more time to passive browsing, trolling through random content. Passive browsing is about discovery, and that's kind of gets your brand seen, right? And so people are seeing it. People today want to be amused. Many spend hours surfing on TikTok, which to the chagrin of some owners. Along the way, they discover new brands, those with a massive following and those with very little. This is great news for businesses looking to build brand awareness and for innovative marketers wanting to try a new platform. So for small businesses, where do you think this is going, Aaron? And I know you probably, like a lot of people, started off on Facebook. You went to Instagram. You're now on TikTok. Do you think this does anything for your business? And remember, you're under oath.
But yeah, like you said, I had started on Facebook, and then it did all right, not too bad. And then I moved over to Instagram, and that for me has still been the biggest one. I've gotten into TikTok recently. It's definitely good. It's good and bad, I think, depending on how you look at it and what you're doing. I'm definitely nowhere near as big as some of the other guys on TikTok. All it takes is one video, and it will just blow up. You don't know. Prime example, Rob will love this because we get to talk about it. Your floor in that video. I posted it. It didn't do that well. Jeff Sheaves posted it on his, and it blew up.
Well, back up. Hold on a second. To clarify that a little bit, when you say your floor, so for the others that may not know,
your floor that won floor of the year.
Can you hear the music, everybody? You can hear the music. Yes.
So that
there
floor.
we go. Wayne's floor of the year.
So,
But I want to clarify one thing on that while we're on that subject. It really came down to who sanded and finished that floor. I think
we
that's
don't
really
have enough.
Exactly.
We don't have time for that kind of nonsense.
We had some pretty good feedback when I said that you were the little guy who used to run for Babe Ruth after he'd hit the home run. You were that guy.
If you
So
would have been there, you would have seen that Wayne, he could barely even walk. There's no way he could have sanded that floor.
you know I can
just had to get that out there.
you know I can edit all this out, right?
You're not going to.
No. Look, I've said it many times. There's a reason I wanted you on that job, man, and you came as advertised, man. You did a phenomenal job. Yes, God only knows I set you up so nicely with the beautiful work and hardly any overboard and anything like that. But
It is painful to watch Wayne walk. It definitely, you can feel the knee replacement when Wayne walks, especially if you're out, you're having a beer or two with him, or he's been sitting for a while. It almost looks like you need to carry him for a little bit just to get him going again.
It did. My body.
It is painful, man, to watch you walk sometimes. You can see you're hurting.
You know what's funny?
I don't think those operations really worked.
No, I tell you that they didn't. I actually think that I'm like I try to purposely like not walk with a limp, and I think I'm pulling it off. And other people go,
"You're not.
What's wrong with your knee, man?" And or I'll see me doing a video demo, and I go, "Yeah, man, that dude, yeah, he's got a limp." So going back to me, and God knows I didn't want to make this about me, but that floor of the year video. Let's put this into perspective. Now, I didn't do anything on social media with it, and I asked Aaron. I said, "Hey, you know what? Would you put on social media? And with Jeff Sheaves, would you want to put on social media? Then do whatever you want to do. It's fine." And it's got 22,000 views. No, I'll tell you back, 362,000 views so far, and 20,000 likes. Now think about that: 362,000 views from one video, and over 20,000 likes. He put another video of that same floor doing from a different angle, doing something else, and it had 22,000 views and I think almost 1,800 likes. So that's incredible. Yes, it was an extraordinary floor. I mean, that aside, to have that many people see that floor, that's just incredible to me.
But we all know, okay, that you can really take any old floor, all right, and do a great sand job, and you're gonna knock it out of the park. Okay, you can't say that. You can't say that the other way around. Okay, it's the sand job. It's the coatings.
Yeah,
that's what makes a floor of the year. Anybody can throw that stuff in and do your little scroll and stuff. Okay,
yeah,
it's the art of the sander.
Your little sissy scroll work.
Yeah, your little yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Your little birds and fish, and isn't that quaint? But
yeah,
it's the real guys who do the sanding and the coatings and the staining.
But
that's
something.
That's what makes you break. I mean, if he had done a crappy job on that floor sanding it, you do not have that trophy. Okay,
you're right. So you're saying part of that trophy belongs to him. Well, when the NWFA finally sends me my trophy, Brett Miller, I'll consider that. So,
wait a minute. Wait. You still didn't get the trophy for that?
No, I'm not complaining. I know they're like everybody else in the business. They're woefully behind, and it's coming. I'm not making a big deal about it. Brett Miller's phone number is.
I think you should send us a picture of the spot on the mantle with the lights and everything all ready for it. I'd like to see that.
Oh, believe me, it's coming.
I can imagine where that's going.
I will milk this for everything it's worth, Rob.
Is it going to go right under that giant fish you showed me that one time?
I'm going to on our counter in the living room. I'm going to go like this. And wipe all Judy's everything that's on the counter. I'm just gonna make one sweep with my right arm and just wipe all of it off and set it center stage.
You should have a nice 8x10 glossy of Aaron right next to that award.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think.
hate to interrupt, but the only reason that he hasn't got the trophy yet is because I actually talked to Brett Miller and we're putting Aaron Sheaves on there instead of Wayne, his name, just because it's coming to me anyway. I didn't want to tell Wayne this, but this is how he had to find out. So.
Listen,
it's all in the sanding, baby. It's all in the sanding.
You're the wind beneath my wings. But hey, I want to say something else too. On a serious note, more about me. We also, or Jeff also put that that video and on the manufacturer of the epoxy that I used was Ecopoxy. They have their own website, Ecopoxy website, and he put that video on there, and it's the biggest video they've ever had on there. I mean, I haven't, if they have another one with that many followers, I haven't seen it, and I scrolled through all of theirs because I got that kind of ego. But it surpasses like way over 100 some odd thousand, maybe 200,000 views on their website. So
where's all this money then? We just found out from Josh.
You know what?
We just found out from Josh that there's money involved here.
Son of a gun! I didn't even think about that.
What are the Sheaves doing? I think Aaron's saving up for a plane. That's what.
What are you guys doing with my money?
Where's the money? Yeah, millions of hits.
Holy smokes! I didn't even think about that, Rob.
There's tens of twenties of dollars out there.
They fleeced me like an old man that doesn't know what he's got. All right, so Aaron, so let's say you hit that one viral video, that one that just knocks it. I mean, like a million views. What do you think potentially that could do, if anything, for a business?
Well, if anything, it's not only, say it starts on TikTok, that goes viral. Then it gets picked up and it starts going over to Instagram, Facebook. It's not on one platform. It goes across all of them.
Really? Okay.
So how does a TikTok video wind up on Instagram? Because I have seen TikTok videos on Instagram. How does that happen?
Yeah. What kind of voodoo is that?
It's called the 21st century that y'all are not really a part of and behind the times. So now when I make a video on TikTok, do all that, whether you want to add music, effects, any of that kind of stuff to it, text to speech, that's going to really start blowing your mind. I type something and somebody else reads it off for me. Anything like that. I make the video on TikTok. I can share it to anything else I want at that point. I don't have to remake it, do anything. It automatically will send it to Instagram, whether I want it in my stories, if I want it in the news feed where everybody sees it. I can go to Facebook and all the other ones. That's the three I stick to. I mean, it's a second job. And I mean, you can get burned out real fast on it, depending on how much you do.
So everything you put on TikTok automatically goes to Instagram.
If I want it to. Yeah, there are certain things I'll put on there I don't want to share, to certain ones.
Yeah.
Certain videos.
Now, is it all videos, or can you just do pictures, or is it all video?
Most people, you're going to see them do pretty much videos, things like that. And then I've done some, like Wayne's floor of the year, winner. It was a combination of videos and pictures.
You can hear that music. You hear the music every time you mention floor of the year.
It doesn't go away.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So I'll break this down. So what does it do for you? I mean, it takes time out of your schedule. Here's what I think, Aaron. I'll give you my thoughts on this. I can't imagine how cool it is in this day and age. Like every floor guy that come up out of the 80s and the 90s and whatever, we didn't have this technology. You're in your own world, in your own part of the world, doing your own thing, and life is pretty small and normal and whatever. And we don't interact with the few people every day we see or whatever. And now you're out there and talking to people all across not only America but all across the world. And how interesting that to me, that would make me like even more dedicated to the job. Like even more, I want to show something really cool. I want to up my game. I want to put something out there that will be relevant for other people. And I think that's what I would get out of it. I think that would kind of make it interesting for me. And then, I'm competitive. You're competitive. See what the next guy is doing. And, to me, that's what I think I would get out of it. What do you get out of it?
Now that you bring that up, for me, it feels, let's take Lenny Hall example. I look up to him. Everybody knows him, the floors he can do, the knowledge he has. I don't know how many people ever get to that level.
There's a few of us.
Okay.
No. That was hard for me to get out. Lenny, I apologize.
Win floor of the year. Somebody else finishes it for you, and you got to take all the credit.
No, you're right. Lenny is on another level. So go ahead, continue that.
So you take him back before social media, all that, and still, you know, going to conventions, things like that. Everybody knew who he was and this and that. Now we have TikTok, Instagram, all that. So it almost makes you feel like a celebrity almost in the flooring community and things like that. The amount of people that'll reach out and talk or ask questions, you know, and I do the same thing with other guys. So it's really neat how many people you know and talk to and just what that can grow into. It makes you feel pretty good about yourself when people's asking how you do this, you do that, sand and sequence, all that kind of stuff. And you really see how many people really look up to you and you never really thought of it like that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we had Josh Hansman on here before you, and he's kind of said the same thing, that, you know, he's teaching a lot of people when he's doing this. When you guys are putting that video content out there, there's a lot of people. You can look at a young Aaron Sheaves, you know, starting out or whatever, or even an older guy that didn't think of it from that angle, that saying, wow, man, okay, I didn't think about that, or I didn't know that was possible, or I love what he's doing here, and it kind of makes me more engaged in what I'm doing. I think the sharing of this is one thing that's really, to me, one of the neatest parts of the industry right now. I mean, you've got a ton of talent. Lenny Hall is, I mean, you're talking about a tremendous amount of talent, and is willing to share absolutely every bit of it. And you know what I mean? And hold nothing back. And every secret I got, they're going to put it out there for someone in case it helps them. And I mean, that's the cool part of our industry, that it tells you floor guys really care about the craft, right? When they're not worried about the competition. I mean, there's a lot of work out there for everybody. And
you know what they say, Wayne?
The boat's in the tide.
That's it, baby. That boat rising.
Yep. Everybody.
That tide's coming in.
Yep.
You know how they say that.
Absolutely.
That's what the sharing is. Absolutely.
Jet skis and all.
Everything rises at the same time.
Yeah. So do you think, though, Aaron, that this would this do anything for your business? I mean, does this help your business get work and get your name out there in that aspect? Because, you know, are you advertising, or is this the advertising, or does this help you at all in that manner?
I do not advertise. We have not advertised in years, even back when Dad was running and everything. Before I took it over, we had stopped, one, because, you know, word of mouth and referrals and everything like that. But it has definitely turned over to where I have gotten a lot more jobs straight from Facebook, Instagram, all that. TikTok, no, not so much, not yet. It's still new. But then also, too, it's the biggest one out there right now. It's over top of Facebook and Instagram.
Wow.
So all those, I think it will definitely get there, but it's just a matter of, you know, more people will get on there and start doing that. A lot more people is looking at what you're doing than what you think when it comes to a business page or anything like that you're doing work related, especially now with people getting on Google and, you know, they want to get their floor sand refinish. Before they ever call you, they're getting online. They're looking at your reviews, your work, your videos, anything like that. Because there's a lot of them, I hear about that when I go do the estimate and everything else. So yeah, it's a lot bigger than what most people consider it to be, I feel.
Yeah.
What's your handle?
On which one?
On TikTok.
Grain Life. GRAIN_LYFE. Some people do their business names on there, or they hide behind just a username. I just switched over on that because TikTok can be very difficult at times with people and comments, and everybody's a flooring expert and things like this. I like watching the ones like Josh Hansman when he replies to a comment. Yeah, I think it's great. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Most of the time I just ignore it, just scroll on or anything like that. So.
Well, one, before I forget, we did this with Josh Hansman, so we'll do the same thing for you, Aaron. If you want people to go to your page and follow you or what have you, then just say on the floor, then we can we'll send that person a t-shirt until we run out of t-shirts. I don't know how many we have left. I know I have like a box and a half here, and maybe Eileen has something, but if you're interested in that, then we'll do that. All right.
You have a box of on the floor t-shirts?
Well, let me see. Hang on 1 second. Let's see what they are.
You know what's bad? This is my second time on here. The first time I was with my dad. Now this time I'm on here again. I help him win Floor of the Year. I help him with his podcast. You know,
You
I
get
got
nothing, right?
Yeah, no,
Have you even get a mug? They send you a mug. They send you anything?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
It's I don't know if you can see this shirt here, but anyhow, it's not an on the floor. It's a bone adhesive shirt. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any on the floor t-shirts?
I don't know if we have any left or not. We'll send out what we have. Okay.
Will you send something to the kid who made you Floor of the Year, please? Something.
That made me Floor of the Year.
Yeah.
You talking about Aaron?
Extra large tall. Extra
Yeah,
large
he's
tall.
been on the show a couple of times. He won you Floor of the Year. He did your floors. And he was just saying when you stepped away, he's gotten nothing for everything that he's done.
You know what?
He's nothing.
That's bull. That he got nothing. I'll tell you what he got.
What'd you cook him dinner? You make him something. And I know you don't cook, so it's probably Judy that cooked for him.
Listen, Judy doesn't make. It's once every couple of years she might make her chocolate chip cookies, which are like crack. And she made. I said, you know, Aaron is going to come over and Jeff's going to come over and they're going to help me do the floor and everything. And she goes, well, that's really nice of them. I'll make them some cookies. I thought, oh, that's good. We know she'll make some cookies. We'll give them 3 or 4. This dude left with the whole bag, like 2 pounds of cookies. And then later on, out of the blue, she sent him more cookies. She mailed him some more cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And I don't get chocolate chip cookies ever. So, yeah.
So he did all of this for you. And Judy made him some cookies.
Younger man comes along and then she starts making cookies again.
Nice. Wow. Yeah. You're a lucky man, Aaron. That's great. Did you deposit those cookies in the bank or did you keep them in your drawer?
Then to pull the other card, he says he's going to fly up in his plane to Rogersville and maybe have lunch with her.
How's it feel? Huh?
Freaking
How's
James
that
Bond,
feel
dude.
when somebody else is kind of interested in your wife?
I get it, Rob. I deserve this.
Kind of hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of feel it in your shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize how bad this would affect you, but yeah.
Exactly.
So I know, Aaron, you have some ambitions of your own. I mean, that you're working on some pretty cool stuff. I know you don't talk about it a whole lot, but I know you got some pretty cool jobs coming up and some floors out there. And I look forward to see some of the stuff that you have coming. And I know you're a hell of a craftsman, man. And I love that I said the same thing to Josh Hansman, is that you guys will put it out there and share all of it for everybody to see. And like you said, you don't realize probably how many people are learning from your hard work that you're putting out there for everybody to see. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it comes back to you. I think when you do that and you have that kind of spirit and heart and love of the trade and love of the craft, that you're willing to do that. I know you're also, you want to talk about the school you're going to go to?
I'm heading to the NWFA inspector school on Sunday. I'll be driving out there. It'll take me about 11 hours.
Yeah.
Just to add that. And
nice.
On the knowledge part. So.
Yeah. And why are you doing that?
To better myself in every way possible, between the knowledge, the learning, doing reports, I even think it'll help writing estimates, contracts, anything like that.
I've said
I don't know where it could go wrong on any part of it.
Yeah, just ask.
I haven't got there yet, so we'll find out.
Yeah, just ask me if you run into snags on any of that kind of stuff. So, and one day when I get done with the trade and I step away from it, I'll probably do some kind of scholarship in my honor for young guys coming up into the class. So,
what are you gonna do? Sell your trophy?
The Wayne Highlander Memorial. That's what they'll call it.
That's right.
Aaron, is there any advice you can give to somebody who might want to jump on TikTok?
There is. So I think it'll definitely be good for you. It's just a matter of, finding a niche that works for you. What type of videos, what type of content, things like that. A lot of those verified accounts, even other ones, they're not verified. They still got a lot of followers and everything like that. They have a certain type of video that they make or a certain way that they do it. Or whether it's for me, it's been more of tools and, doing like flush mount vents and boards going in, kind of tricky door jams, things like that. Odd things in the house, from light switches to, it's just endless on the videos. I think they're going to do good. They don't do that good at all. I have other random videos of me using a Festool track saw to cut a door, and it'll get 20, 30,000 hits. You don't know. I think you can definitely get burnt out on it, trying to do all of them. I know some people, I don't know how they get any work done. That's bad to say. Maybe they leave the camera up all day long and they pull out videos of what they want, but it's definitely time consuming. The amount of time going into making the videos from the start, from recording it on what you're doing, whether you're doing stain samples or time-lapse videos, anything like that that you want to post. It's just a lot of time in making the video itself and then editing it, making that video and then posting it. And then you have one that goes viral, which, you win floor of the year and you post that video, you'll know, because then you'll get all these type of comments, and that's all he did that day. So I don't know how Wayne got any work done that day either for answering every single question on TikTok.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. It is right now. It's 8 o'clock, 8:06 Eastern time, and on Friday. Here's the kind of guy I am. I never went to bed last night. But with all the plane delays and everything, I walked in my front door at 7:30 a.m. and not having slept that night before. And here we are now, 8 o'clock at night, and still just like a young kid, man. Still got all the energy in the world, man. Still, so that's how. It's when you see a deer run, you don't ask why it runs pretty. It just runs. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, you're the running deer with the two busted knees. Yeah.
The one that got hit by
more of a hobbling deer.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. Again, I have some paperwork around here that I've signed my name to somewhere that I'll send an envelope to you, and you can have my signature. Probably about 10 or 11 things I've signed around here that I can send you. I'll sign some stuff around here, different furniture pieces or something, and I'll send them your way.
Send them a t-shirt or something, a hat, something.
Yeah. Well, here's a notebook.
Getting back to the TikTok thing, so I got a couple of videos. Yours did good. Not gonna lie, that one did really good. When Dad posted it, I think we both actually posted the same video or close to it, and mine didn't do anything, but it did really good on Instagram. Now you get to some of these other ones, like All American Floor, Patrick Russell down there in Florida.
Yeah.
He had one, was a trap door in the floor, couldn't even see it. He had to pop the board out, and it had a handle and it would lift up, and he actually walked down in it, down a set of steps. I don't know where it was going to, whether it was a basement or some kind of safe room. I have no idea. And then closed it back and you couldn't tell. That video alone, it did over some like 20 million views and 2.1 million likes on just that one video.
You're kidding.
And that's all it takes. And then you have one video like that and you can pick up thousands, 10,000s, hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok off one video. Wow. And he has a lot, he has had quite a few videos, just that's kind of mind blowing. Just try to wrap your head around that one video. You get that many views, that many likes, and everybody shares it, and it just goes viral. I technically don't know what the number is you have to hit to go viral, but I would say anything 500,000 to 1 million plus, I'd say it went viral. You start getting up into 20 millions, I couldn't even tell you what that is. To me, it's mind blowing.
That's incredible. I'm going to research it a little bit, Aaron, myself, and see how you make money on this. And your dad might owe me for those 320,000 views he got on the floor. Who knows?
He would be getting paid if he had a verified account. Yeah. But we're not to that level yet. Maybe if you win a couple more floor of the years, we can get there. And then, by that point, you'll be gone, and then I'll collect the royalties.
There you go. Aaron, thanks a lot, man. Perfect. I appreciate it being a good sport and educating us a little bit on this. I think it's interesting to see where this is going to go a year from now. And again, love the way you share your craft with everybody. You're a hardworking dude, man. I mean, I see some of the jobs you take on, and just you and your mom worked with you also. Hard
She
work.
does. Yeah, we couldn't do it without her after she's come back. So I try to put her doing more of the work, and I just kind of, be like a Wayne Highlander, and I try to disappear for a while, not do nothing, let her do more of it.
Yeah, there's an art to that. Absolutely. Don't ever be ashamed of that.
Yeah, my
It's
dad
tough.
used to call that, I got to go look at a job. I'll be
Yeah.
back. I got to go look at a job.
But no, she definitely saved me on this last one where I ended up getting COVID. And that's the only way that job got finished is because, I couldn't get back into that house for a while. And if it wasn't for her, I would have been in a real jam. So,
yeah. Well,
and now everybody knows the labor shortage and everything like that. It's tough to get anybody to work. So it's just me and her. We do everything start to finish. So, and she helps me with the videos, recording that, and, trying to get her more involved with doing that.
Yeah.
So
nice. Well, I'll tell you what, that Sheaves name down there in Virginia has built quite a legacy in your family, and so pretty cool what your fingerprints in this trade in that part of the world. And of course, with your dad and all the, we're so fortunate to have him, and obviously looks up to me a lot. Man, he's gonna kill me. So anyway, I'm gonna go before I get any more trouble. Aaron, thank you so much, man. Appreciate having you on, and
Yep.
we'll talk to you down the road.
Have a good one, Aaron. Take it easy.
You too.
Rob, we started this podcast off by talking about Andy Warhol, and that everybody is going to be famous for 15 minutes. And we're going to end the podcast by another quote by Andy Warhol, where he says, "Being good in business is the most fascinating kind of art. Making money is art, and working is an art. And good business is the best art." And for our contractors, I think that's kind of germane. So there you go.
So now we're quoting Andy Warhol. This show is really taking a turn, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're getting fancy now.
Okay, so we started with Andy Warhol.
You finished with Andy Warhol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a freak.
Yeah. You're something.
Yeah, thank you.
Is he still alive or is he dead?
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy who did the soup can, right?
Yes.
All right.